Hi, and welcome to Simone Speaks. So, I'm going to be doing something seriously really special right now. If you guys have not seen my other videos on my channel, I want you guys to know that I always do zodiac videos. I always do money and career videos. I always do videos on new moons, full moons, solar eclipses, the whole shebang. But I am also a pop culture reader, and I do readings on celebrities. I have videos on Kim Kardashian's entire family, as well as the Rob and Black China whole situation. And I also did a special celebrity reading on Justin Bieber. That reading was really fun, and I actually predicted a lot of things about him withdrawing from the public and awakening. I kept getting the awakening card for Justin Bieber, and if you watch that video, hopefully there's some way I can kind of tag it below. I'm actually going to put the link for some of those videos below. I may do that. I'm not sure just yet because I am just going with the flow. But I did say in that Justin Bieber video, celebrity special reading video, that he really wants to focus on his spiritual life. Before he even canceled his Purpose tour, I said that. So without further ado, as you see in the title, out of nowhere, I was meditating on other zodiac signs. I was drawn into this web of looking up Kim and Kanye, and out of nowhere, something just said to me, you need to see how Kim feels about Kanye, and you need to see how Kanye feels about Kim. Now, we have not heard a lot of divorce rumors. We have seen a separation of Kanye from being in the limelight. We have seen him kind of withdraw from going to the Met Gala, being on tour. Him and Jay-Z have this kind of like debacle, and it seems like Kim is in the way of Kanye's success and Kanye is in the way of Kim's success from what I see. So I have not pulled Kanye's cards yet, but I did, before I turned on the camera, I did pull Kim's cards, and I got four very obvious cards. And the way I'm going to break them down for you and explain them to you is that each card I'm going to say is going to be between 2 and 4 months. Okay, so the first card is going to be the message for the two to 4 months from now, then the second card, and then so forth. So the first card we got is balance. So as I was shuffling before I turned on the camera, I said, please show me how Kim feels about Kanye. And I got the first card, which is balance, which is saying to me that each day Kim is taking it step by step, okay? With everything going on around her, out of nowhere, she's had a plethora of lawsuits. And just this morning, I saw an article saying how she had to go before a court and actually do like a private spiel about how he's battling with mental illness, and how they're suing the insurance company for not, I guess, covering his concert tour costs and like charges and stuff like that. So that makes sense to me. And I was so drawn to the lady's eyes, and honestly speaking, when I look at this lady's eyes in this card, it really looks like somebody who's trying to put up a front and somebody who's tired, and there could be some people in terms of legal people around her that could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, that are dealing with her case or trying to help her maneuver her way out of all this Kanye drama. And there was some rumors about a transgender by the name of Amanda Lepore, and she wears a lot of red, and my eyes were just drawn to this red stream falling into this cup, and it's like, I really get the feeling that maybe Kim is really taking into account all these women, all these people that have throughout the years on tour have said that they've been with Kanye, they've slept with Kanye, they've met up with Kanye, and I think that she's actually looking at the whole picture. I get the feeling that in the background you see how there's like, it almost could be like a lake, but there's like water in the background, and it looks like kind of like land that hasn't been like, touched yet. It feels like, to do with the house as well, it's like, she's really frustrated. She's really tired of, everything, but she's really trying her best to take each day as it comes and to have balance, okay? So that's the first card that's gonna kind of give me the energy from the 2 to 4 months from now. The second card I got is renewal. So clearly there is some exhaustion, there's some kind of frustration that's in their marriage currently, and this card is all about reviewing the past and present. I mean, actually the first line says review the past and the present so you can plan a bright new future. So I am getting that she does have lawyers. Her mom influences how she thinks about legal things. She is very sad over Caitlyn and Chris's marriage, and she doesn't want, if it comes to the point that her and Kanye have legal problems, have legal woes, she's looking at her mother's relationship and saying, wow, like, how can I not have shit hit the fan? How can I not have things affect me negatively? And she's definitely, like, this is like her assistant. This little wand on the right of this person is like her assistant. I see that she, she does secretly confide in her assistant. Her assistant does do jobs, does work very hard for the family, but all in all, she does confide in her assistant, and she does tell her assistant a lot of frustrations that she has, but there is some legal kind of energy. There's definitely actually some heavy legal energy in this card, and renewal for me is talking about a renewal of what's important in terms of finances. Like, this entire spread is about her feeling dampened and about how they have a lack of finances on Kanye's part. That's the next card, but I'm going to focus on this card for now. But yes, there's a pen and paper right here. I mean, it's like clearly she has her options open to separating from Kanye. I don't want to even have to say that, but, and also as well as her surrogate that she's that's carrying their baby, she also really is overlooking some kind of ramifications and how she can kind of put in this document what she can put ahead of time if they do separate. I could maybe ask that question towards the end of the reading, but for now I want to focus on how Kim feels, and then I want to focus on how Kanye feels about Kim and their marriage. Okay, the next card we have is obviously Kanye, and the description says your leadership skills are now needed. Okay, so clearly Kanye has misstepped financially, and it's leaving Kim to have to kind of pick up all the pieces and really look over all the legal documents that's passing through. And Kris Jenner, Kim's mom, is really having actually a really good hand in helping Kim look over their house plans. Okay, look over even future funds for Saint and North and their third upcoming child. I mean, Kris is really helping with getting college funds and like business things already sketched up for the family, so that if this does crumble, well, actually, I'm looking at the last card in this 4-card spread I did, and I already know the outcome right now, and I'm going to tell you guys next. But yeah, like, Kris is really setting her daughter up to really come out victorious and not come out bruised and battered. I mean, when she had that divorce from Kris, I want to pull a clarifier for Kris Humphries, but when she's divorced from Kris Humphries, it just really felt like, she had to go a whole different direction. Through shallow water, high and hell water, her and Kris Jenner, her mother, her momager, really said, okay, we're going to go in a different direction. Your next marriage, we're going to go through all the documents. We're going to dot all the T's and all the I's, and we're going to make sure that if you have to get up and leave again, that you're not left with all the baggage. And yes, all of the bad media attention, okay? Like, I do see her already sketching up things to do with, like, divorce stories, breakup stories, and so many cards just wanted to pop out. Yeah, so with the whole Kris Humphries situation, I didn't expect Kris Humphries to come into this, but with the whole Kris Humphries divorce, it's like after she left him, the Chariot, she wanted to find someone with more money. She wanted to find someone with more status. She didn't like the fact that Kris Humphries didn't have status. Yeah, okay. He's drowning in something. Kanye is drowning in something, and all the rants, all the sneaker deals, everything that he's kind of covering himself with to look like he's something, it's really like a complete mask. Like, he is drowning in some kind of sorrow, some kind of like mental turmoil. for sure. And the last card we got, so before I get to the last card, the first three cards is Balance, 14, number 14, Renewal, number 20, King of Spring, this is Kanye, and how he has financial issues, and it's showing in how that's affecting Kim. And the last card is Separation, completion, Kim leaving the marriage. I almost want to laugh because, I mean, come on. Like, the other cards I got obviously could have said that beforehand, but 10 is a number of completion, guys. Of something running its course and not continuing, okay? You see how this fairy looks battered and bruised? That's totally Kim. Kim has been drained. Kim has been drained so much financially from Kanye that it's not even funny. And yes, Kim does feel like Kanye's responsible for a lot of financial debt that she has, that she's taken on, like with their house and stuff, like with I'm even getting that from like her like new makeup line and the whole blackface controversy. I feel like because she's married to Kanye, she actually does feel like that has kind of affected her business and got her off balance. Like, she's actually looking back. I want to clarify her card to clarify that, but I feel like she's actually looking, the energy I'm getting from this card is that she's actually looking back on all of her projects, all of her launches since, her makeup, her perfumes, her branding, her fashion, her kids, like the kids collection. Like, she's looking back on all that and she's saying, holy fucking shit, this guy is ruining everything. She really feels like Kanye has drained her, like has, in a depressive-like state, has drained her of her fame, of her glory, of her femininity, of her feminine energy, and has put her in a situation in which she's the one who's having to carry all the financial burden, which should never be. You know, a lady should never be in a state with her husband where she feels like she's carrying every single responsibility, every single bill, every single issue. You know, I always say, if you can, it's very important to, yeah, for sure. It's very important. The Tower. Holy shit, guys. Got the same card. Oh my god. Does this card not look like this card? Oh my god, I just got chills. Look at how similar these cards are, guys. Holy shit. This divorce is going to leave Kim and Kanye in a national disgrace. You have heard it here first. She's going to go in a hermit-like stage. And in fact, Chris is going to be the little sidekick to Kim's ultimate rise to fame again. Because this divorce is like going to rock the world. There's going to be explosions, like energy-wise, and like the media, like that industry, the entertainment industry. There's going to be fucking hell to pay. And Chris is seriously going to make sure that every news media outlet is portraying Kim in the best light. I could tell you right now, I'm getting a feeling in my chest that Chris is going to go to media outlets and say, listen, my daughter supported Kanye through all his bullshit, all of his rants, all of his tangents. My daughter was there to help him financially, to boost his image, which you would think would be the opposite, because when Kim met Kanye, she was just some reality TV star. She wasn't some kind of like fashion icon that she is now, and her sisters are, in terms of their makeup, branding, and whatever. Whether you like them or not, you know, they were not classified as like the go-to people you go to on social media to see what kind of lipstick color you're wearing. You know what I'm saying? It was never like that. So you would think that it would be like Kanye's the one who's saying like, I gave Kim fame, but no. No. Chris is going to say, no, my daughter made Kanye that rising star. Kanye wasn't really that poppin'. She's not going to say that poppin', but she's going to say something around the terms of like, Kanye gained a big deal from being with Kim, and Kim did too at the time. Something like that, okay? But yeah, I want to clarify who this is. For some reason, I'm getting like Chloe. I'm getting Chloe energy. Chloe Kardashian. Um, the Gemini, her sister. Kanye's also Gemini. Kim is a Libra. Kim Kardashian's a Libra. Kim Kardashian West. And Chloe is also a Gemini. I'm getting for some reason that Chloe, for some reason, is really going to be hurting. I'm going to be hurting over this. And I feel like Chloe's going to be hurting over this separation because she actually really wanted to see Kanye succeed. Whether people know it or not, but Chloe really wanted to really wanted to see Kanye succeed. Like she really, and I get the vibe that because of what happened to her and Lamar, she has, don't get this twisted, but she has an um, admiration for black men who really come from nothing and turn themselves into something. And I feel like Chloe really was rooting for Kanye. Like even when she, like, you know, when he goes crazy, like, you know, she is a Gemini, so she knows a little bit of how Kanye can kind of go off the deep end. But I see a lot of like heartache here, you know. I do see the Kardashian family like packing up ship and changing. Even Kylie, who's a Jenner, she's still a Kardashian. She's classified as a Kardashian. So is Kendall. But the whole Kardashian Jenner clan, it's like they're all gonna, from this breakup, this divorce, I feel like they're all gonna kind of want to, in some way, not share so much of their life. Okay? So that's Kim's side. And I'm so confident that this is gonna happen. I don't know why, but I'm so confident, guys, that I'm just gonna go ahead and name this video something to do with like impending divorce or upcoming divorce, or like Kim and Kanye will break up shortly, like something like that, because they will. And I see it in the cards, and there has been other tarot readers out there and psychics and mediums, really well-known mediums, that have actually said this already. I mean, really, if you look it up on Google, if you look up some really famous ones, like I think his name is John Edwards, he actually read for Kim when she was about to divorce Chris Humphries. And he said the same thing. He said that he saw pregnancies, but in a couple other interviews and stuff like that, I believe, don't quote me, but I believe that he said that, you know, there's going to be some changes, okay? I don't know if it was John, I'm sorry, I don't know if it was John, but, you know, he's been known to predict divorces, okay what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I pulled 4 cards, okay? Now, these 4 cards are going to tell me about Kanye's feelings towards Kim and his family, his marriage, and the first card I got was the release card upside down. So Kanye cannot let go of Kim, okay? Whether it's just physical attraction or the kind of glory and like A-list, I'm getting A-list status and title and recognition that he never had, that comes with being a part of the Kardashian family, that comes with being a part of a big family that's in the media, that's on TV 24/7, if not always, okay, in a day. He can't let go of that life. He can't let go of the chaos, even though it's chaos and it's unhealthy for Kanye, especially mentally. Kanye cannot let go of what he's used to. Kanye West has become accustomed to the chaos with a K. Okay. The next card we got is the 3 of Winter. This is about somebody who really is wallowing and sad over a failed marriage. They're not divorced just yet. They're not separated just yet. They're not living apart just yet. Well, they do have separate houses, and from time to time they do live in separate houses, but as a family unit, they still got each other's keys to each other's place. You see what I'm saying? And he has some great sadness that is coming up. Like, there's gonna be some serious retreat, some serious sadness. That sucks for him, but that's definitely what I see. The next card is the Empress reversed. So this is the card I think that's signifying about the kids, about the surrogacy. I don't see him really having as close of a relationship that he would like to have once everything goes down, or has been going down. I think like what I'm getting is that since his breakdown on stage ranting about Jay-Z and how he has like killers at his head and stuff like that, I've kind of seen, I see like Chris Kim, Courtney, and Chloe, I see like them for taking more time with the kids away from Kanye. I see them trying to gravitate the kids, like try to direct North Saint's attention away from Kanye because they know that something's wrong with Kanye. They know that there's some sadness that Kanye's been having, has held on to for years. Like there's something there that is not all the way there. There's some screw that's not all the way screwed in, okay? And it's like Chloe, Courtney, Chris, and Kim and Pacific, they really are trying to nurture North and Saint with their own love and energy, opposed to waiting for Kanye to give it to them because they don't feel like Kanye is stable enough to give the ultimate kind of time and solidness. Like they don't feel like Kanye is really in any position to do that for the long term. So they've already that's why they've already kind of put themselves in place to be around them. You know, I'm getting that they, you know, when they're on Snapchat, you know, especially Chloe and Courtney, like they really want to well, there's only two major sisters besides Kendall and Kylie, but just mainly those two, Courtney and Chloe. It's like whenever they're near Snapchat, like they do show North and Saint with their other kids like Penelope and Mason and Rain. They do show Kim's kids with themselves a lot because now they want to set the stage for if or when they do get divorced. They want people to know, they want the American people to know that they're loved and that they have aunts that love them, and they generally do love North and Saint. Like they really love them, so they don't want people to think that if and when, because Kim and Kanye break up, that they don't have love around them, because they do. But on Kanye's end, he's gonna be removed from that situation. Like he will see the kids, but it's not gonna be it's not gonna be a routine in which he would like. He's not gonna really be around his kids as he would like. He would like Kim to be there with him with the kids, but that's not gonna be the conclusion. I'm sorry. For all you Kimye lovers, that's not gonna be the conclusion, okay? It's not gonna be like that. Okay, this card wants to pop out. I want to clarify her for something. I don't know what I want to clarify her for, but I want to clarify her for something. Because I felt a lot of like, kind of like detached energy from this Empress upside down. So yeah, he's gonna go into his own little Gemini mode. He's going to be, this is definitely Kanye. He's gonna be off in his own world. He is gonna put on a front like everybody's out to get him, everybody attacks him, nobody likes his skin tone, nobody likes who he is. Yes, it's that deep. He's just gonna go off on a tangent and say that, you know, everybody had an agenda against me. He may even say in some weird way that he feels like the Kardashian family was out to get him. He may actually fall into that kind of Kardashian curse rumor thing that's been going around. He actually may fall victim of that and talk to the press, talk to somebody in the press, talk to a friend that knows somebody in the press and say, you know what, they had it for me all along. Kim never really wanted me. Kim wanted the kids, you know? That's what I see. And he's going to go back to work. He's going to make some music, okay? It may not be, actually, I'm getting that it may be shortly after. I'm not saying like maybe a week after, but he's going to start pulling out tracks and disc records and things. Yes, like I see him like digging in like this kind of like case of like old records and like lyrics sheets and like crumpled up papers of like lyrics. Like he is going to spill his heart out through his music. Okay, because this card's all about reward yourself for all your hard work, you know, being successfully self-employed. Okay, so he's gonna want to be back out in the media, be back out in the music industry, and be number one in Kanye style. He's going to want to be number one. He's going to want to be on all the radio stations. He's going to want to be on all the award shows. And I actually see him having some tiffs with some award shows. I'm getting MTV Music Awards. I'm getting Grammys. Because I see a split right here. I don't know what this is an onion, but yeah, like something stinks, something reeks, you know. He's gonna like say to people and producers like, oh yeah, I'm cool, I'm just gonna perform my song, you know, the crowd will get it, the media will get it, they make their own conclusions. But when he gets on that stage at any award show that he's invited to, or that he maybe even, we may have another Taylor Swift moment where he goes on the stage and just you know, just says something. You know, he may have had, like, I'm saying that he may have had, like, an agreement to do songs, but then it's not going to just be about songs. He's going to go off in a tangent in Kanye West style, and he's going to want people to know how upset he is and how he feels like he's been done wrong. He's been done wrong, okay? And he's going to go back to his roots, okay? I think that Kanye's either from Chicago, New York. I'm not that big of a, like, I don't know Kanye's deep history, but wherever he's born from, wherever he grew up, Kanye's gonna go back to that, okay? Kanye's gonna visit the house he once grew up in. I see him maybe even buying a house, like $1 million, $1.2 million pad where he was born. I think it's New York or Chicago. I'm gonna look it up right now. Okay, bear with me, guys. I'm going to look up, where was Kanye West born? Kanye West, birthplace. Where was Kanye West? Where was Kanye West born? So he was born in Atlanta. That's funny because when I was getting the visual of this, I actually saw front steps. Like, you know those houses that have like front steps in front of it? I don't know what his house looks like, but that's what I was getting. So you may see him with some kind of like BET crew or some kind of like urban magazine, like some kind of like underground YouTube channels or yeah, like, you know, people that are on radio that have connection with BET, like networks that's like that's such, you know, and they're going to be visiting. Oh, funny enough, there's front steps in the picture. Holy shit, guys, you see that? Wow. Yeah. So he's going to be visiting his old house where he grew up with his mother, and he's going to be doing some kind of documentary or some kind of interview.
Switching to Allstate. Incredibly minor accident that I had.
Sorry about that, guys. I have to figure out where that's coming from. That was weird. But anyway, yeah, he's going to be like going back to where he was born. He's going to be, you know, trying to reconnect with old friends, and his old friends may not even give him the time of day because they didn't even like the fact that he was married to Kim, and they don't like the fact that he's changed so much. He's going to try and get back. He's going to try and get in contact with his old self. He's going to try and get in contact with his old, I'm hearing old soul, but it's he's going to visit his father a lot, but it's not the same because, you know, I'm seeing, you know, like a little ray of light in the background, like in the far background. So this is like his journey right here. Like he has a long way to go until he finds his peace again. And he's going to visit his old hometown where he grew up, where he did mixtapes. Like he's going to go back to places, not necessarily like it could be also where he's born from, but I see him going to places that gave him that energy and that fire and that spunk to even be a producer and be a rapper and be like a superstar in the first place. He's going to be going to New York a lot too. Every now and then when the cameras aren't, like when paparazzi are not there, like, oh, my mom just texted me, but when people are not, I'm going to text her back. When people are not, like, when there's not a lot of celebrities, like, I'm getting New York Fashion Week. When there's not New York Fashion Week, okay, like before and after New York Fashion Week, okay, he's gonna be in New York, trying to do some soul searching, trying to reconnect with fashion designers. He still has this fashion thing in mind, especially with kids, with his two kids. Wow, boy and girl, North and Saint. Okay, like he's still gonna want to try and reach the younger audience. Okay, he's still gonna want to try to have an impact on fashion. I see him almost competitively trying to be on the same level as Kylie Jenner. Like he wants to really, like, once like, you know, Kim has made, you know, majority of the time with the kids, and Kanye's off getting help and trying to find himself, stuck in the past but trying to find himself. Like he's gonna still want to be Walt Disney and Mark Zuckerberg and Calvin Klein and Diane Voss Fergusberg. I mean Karl Lagerfeld. He's gonna try and still be that fashion icon. For whatever reason, he still has his eye on having fashion collections and having big major fashion houses. Now, I don't know. I'm not equating male fashion to being gay at all. No, never. I would never do that. I'm not stupid. But I do get a presence with this card that maybe he is going to try and get in contact with, what's that guy's name? The guy from Da Vinci. that left, Ricardo Ticci, he's going to try and reach out to him. And through Ricardo Ticci, he may meet somebody else, another potential wife or a potential lover that could give him a child, another child. Besides the three kids he's going to have with Kim, there may be somebody with Ricardo Ticci that he meets through that connection that gives him another child. So the two questions I want to ask, actually, should I ask these two? Okay, I'm going to ask two generic questions to finish off this reading, because we're already going on 30 minutes, and I want you guys, I don't want this video to be so long that you guys can't even stick around, because I mean, people have things to do, you know what I'm saying? I have things to do. So what I'm going to ask is, are Kim and Kanye going to get divorced? Are Kim and Kanye going to get divorced? This card just fell out. Yes. And they're both going to want to defend themselves. You see the bow and arrow in her hand and this like really like hard kind of like bronze looking like handcuff. Like they still feel linked to each other because of the kids and because of all the media attention they got together. But overall, they're both gonna fleet. They're both gonna remove themselves from this marriage, and it's gonna be almost obsolete. I mean, the non-attention, the little amount of attention that Kim's gonna even throw Kanye's way is unbelievable. I mean, she's not even gonna really even mention his name in interviews. I mean, she's not gonna give a damn. Okay, that's the first question I have to ask, and the second question I have to ask is Kanye West gay? Is Kanye West gay? Is Kanye West gay? This card wanted to fall out. This card wanted to fall out. This card wanted to fall out. So, he definitely wants to look for a long-term relationship, or at least a relationship that can at least be a couple of months. This card came out first in reverse. So, you know, I'm getting that his sexuality, his sexual tendencies, his lifestyle is hidden, and that he wants things to turn in his favor. But that's not really telling me yes or no. So I want to ask again, is Kanye West gay? Well, we got the Dreamer. So with this card, I see somebody who is just wanting to like be independent, like in terms of like physicality. It's like he's definitely moving towards something different. Maybe dating different women. Got the same card again. Now this upright is talking about people that are single. He doesn't want to be single. He never wants to be single. Like he always wants to have someone, like I'm hearing like a dime piece. He always wants to have a dime piece next to him. So I'm going to say maybe no. Is Kanye West gay? Is Kanye West gay? He definitely can maybe appreciate more his masculinity and what his masculinity brings to women. But it's not telling me if he is or not. It's just saying, it's just showing me this, showing me how he's moving in a different direction, and showing me how he will never be single. Like he will never want to be single. He always wants to be in some kind of relationship, okay? I'm getting the vibe that it's hidden. It's hidden. It's hidden. All right, you guys, hopefully you guys really enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. Tap the bell for all my latest uploads. Thank you for watching. Take care, guys. Bye. You heard it here first.